Good morning. It's 4 a.m. Do you know where your kids are? No, I'm of course awake. I have trouble sleeping lately, so I get up but I get at it and I get my coffee going and stuff. So I've been awake for half an hour. But of course, no time like the present to do some Artin Around and pass some time and such rather than doom scroll on Facebook. There's not much on there anyway. I don't see many posts lately, and I don't see much other than a meme or something. People don't really share much. I do. I think that's what social media is about, being social. But, that's not used so much for that nowadays. Anyway, I'm going to hook this camera up to my camera holder here. And then I'm going to turn it around and I'm going to show you something. I wrote a children's book. I got all the words are written and everything, but I have to organize them on pieces of paper. And the reason why I have to do that is because I am creating the book, the illustrations for it, and so the writing and author and illustrating will all be by me. Hopefully I can get the drawing right once I get this other part done. I'm going to show you the process of this one part. So I'm going to turn the camera around and get to showing you. I'm creating the pages. Once the pages are created, then I'll take the snippets of the words, I'll put that on there. I'm going to decorate around it. I have a way I'm going to do that. And then I'll put it face down. Once it's all dry, I'll put it face down on my scanner, scan the pages to my computer, then take those pages and put those in the program that's needed for Amazon Kindle. Get all those pages set up there and arranged, then self-publish it on Amazon. And so I'm going to show you how I'm making the pages. Turn the camera around, get this and get it. Okay, it is a fun process, and I saw this style of getting paint on your paper from an artist, a local artist here in Fond du Lac, Linda Fabry. Very nice person, and talented, and she does a thing called paint gazing using this technique. That's not what I'm doing here. I just like the background for the children's book that I'm working on. And so I got all these paints over here, and those are the colors that I'm working with and that I want to use. So I'm going to take this page and I'm going to set it aside for now. Okay, I'm going to start with I'm running low on my blue. I got other stuff though. I just want to spread that all over. I better order some new craft paint. There, I'm just going to do that with that. So I got the light blue here. I'm going to just kind of do a little. Oh, more than that too. I gotta order some more of these, another box of these craft paints because I'm running low on them. I need them for classes. I got one requested to do a 2-hour one with We Empower. A request to do one put in. So another one. Oh, gonna be out of purple here. I don't know if I'm gonna have enough here. I might have to go get some of the other colors for this one. And I use craft paint for these because craft paint is a lot less expensive than the other paints. And I don't need a high pigment paint for this. Uh-oh. This is going to be an interesting one though. Interesting blot. Okay, that one's out. Okay, this is a lavender. I'm going to just kind of throw that everywhere. And it's a waste. You do waste a lot of paint with this process. But it creates a very interesting thing. I want to get it closer to the edges here because there we go. I think that's enough of that for right now. I'm going to take this color and put it here and there. I want all of these colors mixed, blended in there. I just need a little. I've just been doing a little bit of this, what color is it? Yellow ochre? I don't know how to pronounce that word. Ochre, O-C-H-R. Right there. I don't know how to pronounce it. Like somebody just made up some random word, ochre. What the hell does ochre mean anyway? I looked that up on Google because I don't know. I want this way, it's green more down towards the bottom. Maybe a little on the top here, on the sides. And then this color green. There's not much of that here, it's going to kind of splotch out. This kind of paint in my Amazon cart. So I got all that messed up on here. Now I'm going to take my clean seal. I need to get, I want to get some stuff that doesn't clean so much, because it's bugger to lay down on here, and I want to get it so it's enough so it's covering the whole thing, because I don't care if I get paint on my hands, really, I don't, but I want to get like a ton of it. If you care about paint on your hands, and you're probably not going to enjoy art as much unless you wear gloves, that's for sure. And art is a messy process sometimes, but it's fun. This process is so freaking fun, I think. I mean, you get to squish paint all over the place. So now here we go. We squish it, squish it, squish it, squish it, squish it. Try to get it all the way to the edges and cover up this entire thing. I don't want to blend it too much because I don't want it to look like mud or anything. I just want to squish it around. Ooh, got some paint on here. This squishes out. That's my towel here. Is the towel that I have dedicated to. See? And it's that yellow ochre. It kind of looks like poop. Fun, 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 fun. That's so fun. Squish it all over, try to cover all the paper. And pat it down, tap, 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 tap. And now, lift up the plastic wrap. Kind of lift it up without messing everything up. There, and we got that. Bring this over to the garbage. There we go. So we got that right there. Isn't that cool? That's so pretty. I have a spot that I missed. That's okay. A little bit of white in there. Isn't gonna hurt anything. And then I take this page. This blank page, and I set it directly on top, making it as even to the other one as I can, and then I squish down, and I try to get it as all on there, so I'm covering as much of this page with the paint underneath as possible, and you can see the paint oozing out of the edges here. You know, if you get some tempera paints or some finger paints with your kid, and you know, put your stuff down for the drop cloth so you don't have too big of a mess, because kids do have fun with paint. Let them have some fun. Teach them how to do this, because really, what a fun project with your kiddos. Okay, and I got this slid up, so I don't know what's going to happen. Oh, let's see what we got underneath here. Lift it up, lift it up, lift it up, lift it up. And we got that, and I want to get this paint a little bit more flatten it out a little bit. Yeah, so I want it a little bit more to the edges, so I'm going to try to take a brush here and do a little bit of, you know, a little bit of something here. And I don't know. Maybe we won't worry about the white. I'll wash that in a moment. Okay, now we got that. Don't just let it dry like that either. No, it's a we do go through a lot of stuff here, but and that looks cool enough as in and of itself. But now we take a paper towel, or a bunch of them actually, because I'm gonna be doing some soaking here. But I don't. Okay, so I just kind of lay it over, stick up, and rub around. And it's going to change things a little bit, again, and I don't soak up. And I just lift up, and then inside all that paint, I just bring it on over and do some more soaking up, right? Okay, soak up. I'm going to use that same side, and over here, soak up. There we go on that right there. I think we got some more soaking color in this paper towel. And I'm going to fold it like that and do some more soaking up here. And see my hands get, yeah, but it washes. Now the thing about acrylic paint is it does wash off your skin fairly easily. It washes off any non-porous surface fairly easily. A porous surface, like your clothing, if you don't get it out of there immediately, it is now part of your clothing. So that's why with kids, don't use the acrylics with them unless you don't care about the clothes that they're wearing. I use those finger paints or the tempera paints. But yeah, let them have fun with a project like this. They would love that. And when you're teaching your kids art, remember, art can be messy, but it's oh so fun. I think this part of why I like doing stuff like this so much is I get to bring my inner child out of a whole hell of a lot doing it. Dab around with that one. dab effect, you know, where it looks like the paint is kind of textured. That's why I lift. And if you wipe, it's going to create an effect that you don't necessarily, or I don't want. So now those white spots, I can fill them with paint actually by doing this. And think about that. There we go. And then I'll draw my illustrations on this paper. Use as much of this paper towel as I can use. Okay, I'm gonna get another paper towel because see, it got all brown and muddy right there. But I can clean that up. I don't want it so muddy. There we go. Get that bright yellow out of there again. Oh, maybe it's gonna just meant to be brown, muddy colored. This isn't too dark though. That's some bright yellows coming out of there. So yeah. Now I'll let these dry, and this weekend maybe, I don't know, I'll be starting my illustrations here at some point, and I'm just getting these prepared for when I'm ready to do that. So, and I've been doing like 2 to 4 pages a day, so that way I don't know how many pages I'm going to need to do it. So anyway, it's not going to go to waste, because even if I don't use all the pages, once I have them all made up, I'll use them for something else. But anyway, that is my Artin Around process for the day. Well, no, not for the day. I'm going to be working on that yet this morning. That's just about complete. But that's one of the things that I've been doing lately is creating these pages. Aren't those pretty? They're just so pretty. And like I said, I don't do the paint gazing. That's Linda Fabry, and she will do that for you, and she'll create you a beautiful piece of art. And she's a beautiful artist. And you just got to find her on Facebook or somewhere. She's all in a lot of places. And she will create you an amazing piece of art out of what she does, and also give you a reading as to why and where these formations are coming and speaking to her. So there you go. I hope you have a great day. Do what you got to do the keeping on, share all the love, and of course I'm always shooting my love from my heart to yours. Take care. I love you. Bye.